Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to your Monday night live stream. I am your host, Sir Ashley Harrison, and I am a real estate agent in North and South Carolina. But on this channel, we talk about the Carolinas. We talk about real estate and we talk about money. And I have some news for you regarding Charlotte, what is expected in the coming years, and what we're seeing right now informed in the terms of migration, the challenges we're having with housing, with the migration to Charlotte. And I also have a guest with me today. I don't think any of you have met her. It is Ronielle Price. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Before I have you introduce yourself, I forgot to tell everyone. Go ahead, like this video, share it, disseminate it across your platforms. Let everybody have an opportunity to watch, tune in, and leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I always get pleasure seeing where in the country people are watching because there are a lot of people interested here in the Carolinas. And we are a resource to be able to help you navigate that move to this area. And we can, even if you don't use us, we hope to provide you with insight regarding this area and whether you want to be here or not. Some things we say may scare you away, right? But better be informed than anything else. Albert, what's going on? Watching from California. What part of California? You don't mind. All right, Ronielle, please introduce yourself, please.
Yes. So Raniel Price, I like sir, am a real estate agent in North and South Carolina.
Mhm.
A 3 year what North Carolinian? I don't know if that's really a
North
thing or not.
Carolinian. North
North
Carolinian.
Carolinian.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
yes. Um, Originally from outside of Chicago, Illinois, but relocated here. Um, Gosh, I don't know what else you want to know. I'm a wife. I'm a mother.
Yeah. No, that works. That works. Where did you move from?
We moved from Texas.
All right, because you are part of the migration that came here.
Absolutely.
Now,
Yes,
granted, I
we are.
came here, it was like 15 years ago, so I don't count myself. I'm here. Um, Albert Calabasas, how are you, you and your family and loved ones with all the fires and everything? How is everything over there? I used to live briefly in LA, and I know I have several people that have been devastated. So how is it over there for you and your loved ones? And everyone, please pray for uh, Western North Carolina, Hurricane Helene victims, and all the the fire victims in California as well. So today, I want to talk about people moving to the area. And there's been several articles talking about the explosion in people coming to the Carolinas, and
Mhm.
then also what they expect by 2050, I believe the article said.
Yes.
Give me 1 second, let me pull it up.
Yeah, I think yeah by
There's a
yeah
few articles,
2050. Yes.
but this one, hold on, let me see if I can zoom in on this one. It's a little tight. How does that look for everyone out there? Can you see that?
Looks good. Looks good.
You good? Okay. And please, I know I have an outline that I want to keep, but if there's any questions you have regarding anything real estate, Carolinas, or money, we're here. We're here. We would love to. We can pivot, talk about what you want to talk about. Um, if we know the answer. If we don't, I mean, granted, we have computers here, but if we don't, we'll let you know and we can follow up with you later on. But so regarding this article talking about net migration and which states are losing and gaining people, it says North Carolina right here, the 5 states that saw the biggest net migration increase between July 2023 and July 2024. You had Texas with 85,000. You have North Carolina with 82,000. South Carolina, again, the Carolinas right there, 68,000. And then Florida, 64, and Texas, 48,000. Now, we service both North and South Carolina. I help people. Most people see that I'm in the Charlotte region, and they think, and Raniel think that we're just limited to the Charlotte region. I
Hmm.
have several clients, literally right now. I had somebody call me last week about buying in Nexton, which is right outside of Charleston, South Carolina. So 3 hours away, we have people in place to be able to help and service and make sure you have a smooth move. Um, Over all the way to the coast of Wilmington, I have several deals in Raleigh as well, which is 2.5 hours away. Is that
So,
is that me,
so
my
basically,
background
we
noise or your
travel.
background noise?
You know, it may be mine. Hold on a
Yeah.
second.
No, you're good. There it is. I can't hear anything. Albert says he is leaving America. I'm not mad at you, brother. I'm not mad at you. Roberto, what's going on? Roberto Guzman from Miami. He's my partner. Actually, he was actually talking to him earlier today, and I heard him talking to somebody in the office just now. Thanks for tuning in. Definitely appreciate it, brother. Definitely appreciate it. Now, Raniel, what is your
Yes.
experience with when people reach out to you? Are they
Hmm.
locals? Are people moving in? What are you experiencing as far as are you getting?
No. So most of the people that honestly reach out to me are people that are relocating here, and I think
Mhm.
in particular because I have relocated several times. I have a just a bit of expertise around what
You
it
are an
looks like
expert
to relocate.
relocator.
Right,
Expert
correct.
relocator. That's what you are.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, I and it's funny that I've lived in a few of the states that are on the increase and two that were on the on the decrease.
Yeah.
Um, so I do understand the relocation, and a lot of people are looking to relocate here for quality of life. I mean, what we're a couple hours from the beach, a couple hours from the coast, the
Yep.
international airport that has grown exponentially since the first time I traveled to Charlotte, I must
Yeah.
say.
Most definitely. And the beautiful thing, now granted, nothing's certain with the weather and patterns and everything happening, but the beautiful thing that we get to experience, at least right here in the Charlotte region, is we pretty much have a buffer from all of the natural disasters or very inclement weather. We're pretty much secure because we're not on the coast to where the hurricanes and tropical storms. And then we have the mountain ranges 2 hours away protecting us from various storms and stuff that like that as well. And yes, it did snow. Did it snow last week?
I mean, did you really characterize that as snow?
That is for the kid. No, we're not going to do that. I'm from upstate New York. You're from Chicago, but we're
Yeah.
not going to minimize what snow is for North Carolinians and South Carolinians. That
It, it,
that half an inch, that
it's,
quarter of an
was it even a half an inch? Like,
inch,
okay, all right, I won't minimize it. It
that
was
quarter of an inch meant everything to people in North Carolina. Meant everything, especially people from North Carolina. Like, what was? Wait, hold on. Was school closed?
school closes when the wind blows at
School was
anything above
closed.
25 miles per hour. Atlanta had snow, New Orleans had snow,
Yeah, yeah,
North Carolina did not have snow.
yeah. Nah, we had a little snow. School closed, and
Mhm.
actually they school actually. So I'm right across the border in South Carolina, and typically we close school early before North Carolina. This
Mhm.
time they actually waited till after North Carolina closed it, which I'm actually shocked. Here we go.
Yes.
Danny says shut down the city doing snow angels and dirt.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you so very
Yeah,
much
yeah,
for
yeah.
your honesty. Because I was waiting. I was actually waiting for the snow to come patiently.
Carolina and the surrounding areas are favorite destinations for South Floridians looking to leave the state. Most definitely. What I'm
Hmm.
actually seeing is people that maybe have retired to South Florida or Florida in general from New England states. They are coming back, but not going all the way back. They're ending up in the Carolinas, whether it be Charleston or the Charlotte region or Raleigh, where they still can get the warmth, but they can experience all 4 seasons. Charleston, not so much, but definitely Raleigh and Charlotte area. Give me 1 second. All right. So here we see in the map right here, 82,000 increase in North Carolina, 68,000 in South Carolina, and 48,000 in Tennessee. And you mentioned reason why. A main reason why people are coming to the area, the Carolinas, is, hold on 1 second. In the chat, let me know if you can hear that background noise or if it's me. Is it something that I have going on in the background?
I don't know. I turned on my noise cancellation.
Hold on, it might be me. No. Okay. I don't hear it right now. No, I said we can hear it. Sounds like a TV. All right. How does it sound now? Is it gone?
That's because I went on mute. Hold on a second.
All right. She's working through some technical difficulties right now. Let me move on. So on this article, one thing you see right here, and this is something that if you're in the Carolinas or looking to move to the Carolinas, you can't pay attention to national news, right? Because if you look at national news or what people are saying, how prices in San Francisco have gone down almost 30%, home prices, and commercial buildings even more, right? And people like to promote that and make it seem like that's what's happening around the nation. Parts of New York, prices are coming down or leveling off. But if we look at this chart, you can see where they're losing people. And where are these people going? They're coming to the Sun Belt: Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, and Alabama, and significant people in Texas as well. And that is causing home prices. I can't speak for Texas and parts of Florida. Parts of Florida, depending on how the inventory levels, based on damage with the different weather occurrences or events. But in the Carolinas, what we're seeing is that influx of people is what's causing the market to remain strong and prices to not go down. So if you're waiting for prices to come down in the Charlotte region or the Carolinas, I don't think that's wise. I don't think it's wise to do. Right? Yeah, you got it worked out. All right. So we're waiting. I don't think waiting is wise because those people are leaving these high populous states that earn a large income. People in New York, typically, right? I'm going off of generalities. New York, California, they take that $100,000 job, and if they can work remotely, bringing it to the Carolinas, and that is causing pricing to stay on a steady slope up. And you hear a lot of locals complain that prices haven't come down, that they're being priced out or having to move to Gaston County or Cabarrus County or Rowan County, or I'm trying to think, Chester County, South Carolina. And that's why, right? Because prices and homes are more affordable in those outskirts, because in Mecklenburg, in York County, South Carolina, it's becoming very populous. People are coming to these areas, causing those prices to shoot up. Whereas the same home would have gone for $350,000 4 years ago, now going for 500, if not 550. All right, she's working on it. I see her. If you're ready, you got to take yourself off mute. I was going to, but I'll let you do it. Where Americans moved to in 2023, you have 100,000 in North Carolina, 80,000 in South Carolina. Man, California lost 344,000. Texas, almost 200,000 gain. Now, let me go on to this next article right here, where it talks about the Charlotte region's population is projected to double over the next 25 years. Now, people in the comment section, what's going on, Princess of Princeton, Texas? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Danny, I have a question for you. When you moved here, not that you were worried about real estate, in 2000, but when you moved here, 99, 2000, did you ever think that the population projection would be 4.6 million by 2050? That's absolutely insane. Now, one thing I can say is we know we're blessed because Ranielle, she went from AirPods to like the Beats to now the Apple Max. Like that is impressive. Like, how many earbuds do you have?
Listen, you gotta have a little bit of flexibility. So.
Yeah. Okay. That's impressive. No, so we're talking about one. I see there's a significant amount of people watching right now. Thank you all for rocking with us. Definitely appreciate it. But can you go ahead and hit that like button and share this? Share this and also leave a comment. Definitely, I appreciate it. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Let them know that we're providing value and allows more people that may be interested in this content to be able to tune in. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. It says, so this article is from January 24th. And this is the projection. Now, granted, projection by the Charlotte Regional Business Alliance, 2050, 4.6 million. 1.7 of that will be in Mecklenburg County, which is in North Carolina. 400,000 of that would be in York County, South Carolina, just south of the border. And then you have another, is that 400,000 in Union County? Union County, this doesn't surprise me at all. Look and see where all the building is taking place. You have York County, South Carolina. York right now, the city of York in York, South Carolina, it has the most permits, residential and commercial, than any other area here in our region. So if you're looking for a place that's going to be growing and have a large upside for investment, York, South Carolina, right there. Then you talk about Union County, Union County, North Carolina. You have Indian Trail, you have Waxhaw, you have Weddington, you have Monroe, you have Wingate. All of those places, with the exception of Weddington right now, there's not too much building happening in Weddington, is experiencing massive growth. So that doesn't surprise me at all. Cabarrus, there's certain communities in Cabarrus County. Cabarrus consists of Concord. You're familiar with Cabarrus, right? You got. Yeah. What are the towns in Cabarrus County?
You got Concord. You got Kannapolis. Is Morrisville in Cabarrus County?
I don't think so. I think Morrisville is in Mecklenburg, but it's right there. It's close. Okay.
But definitely Kannapolis, where all of the race car, NASCAR drivers reside. Hall of Fame is there. Mm-hmm. And they're certainly building exponentially there.
Tons of, and I'm in contact with new home reps all the time. And I'm just going to be honest. I was doing an open house in York, South Carolina. And my man, Danny, said he just closed the home in York today. Congratulations, brother.
Congrats.
I appreciate it. Yes. Congratulations. I need to get an agent something for your closing. Excuse me. But I was doing open house in York, and it was pretty, granted, it was right after the winter storm, so nobody was coming out. Nobody came out. It was like, don't get me wrong, the streets were clear, but nobody came out, right? Mm-hmm. But so it was pretty dry. There was no action. So I was calling around, seeing what's happening. And there's an agent, a new home community, works for a builder in Kannapolis, saying they have people coming in and out. It's just being flooded. So that area, depending on where you're at in Kannapolis, Concord area, it's a nice opportunity. definitely a nice opportunity. And believe it or not, people go to that area for the schools. And I say believe it or not because if you don't think about, if you're from the area, good schools or great schools with Kannapolis. You wouldn't, if you drove through it, you wouldn't associate the two together. But that's why people are moving to the area.
And also, go ahead.
No, feel free. Chime in.
No, you mentioned that already. Don't worry about that.
We talked about now my sister Ambernique talks about Gaston County and Bessemer City and all that. And it says this is included in the growth. Let me see if I can get right here. We have Gaston County, 200,000 people coming in. Catawba. I believe Catawba County is Sherrills Ford, or is that Iredell? Let me look this up. Sorry. So if you're in the Charlotte area, you know that some of these counties like overlap depending on which city or town you're in.
It's in Catawba.
It's in Catawba? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually surprises me that it's only going to be 200,000, 215,000, because every builder and their mother is in Catawba County right now. Sherrills Ford, Denver, like talking about the next boom as well. You have York, you have Kannapolis, but then you have Sherrills Ford. And actually, I'm going to announce in the team meeting tomorrow. So surprise, this Saturday, a builder has invited us to come to their grand opening in a huge master plan community, Laurelbrook in Sherrills Ford. Now, to people that are watching, looking for opportunities, right? Huge master plan communities are typically consist of multiple builders, so they get to compete for your business, right? They get to compete for your business. And don't get me wrong, some of them don't have the same products. Like one builder may be very high end, the other builders may be average, and the other one may be more affordable, right? But still, they're competing for your attention and your money. So this is where you buyers can take advantage of the situation and leverage incentives, leverage monies, closing costs to your benefit. But yeah, we're going to be, we've been invited to, it's over, I think it's over 1,200 homes, and it's 4 different builders in this community. There you go. You have D.R. Horton, M.I. Homes, Eastwood, and you're forgetting one, Danny. Stanley Martin has a back section over there for 55 and older in Laurelbrook as well.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. And it's in Sherrills Ford. It's a beautiful community. And right now, actually, I don't know right now. A couple of months ago, because I haven't sold in that community recently this year. But you can get an amazing deal for the D.R. Horton products over there. Amazing deals. And the M.I. Homes were very priced very well as well. So reach out to us. Roniel's contact information is in the description below. Roniel, how can people get in contact with you?
So on Instagram, you can find me on Sold by Roniel NC. That is SOLDBYRONIELLE.
Now make sure you put a link in the comment section.
Absolutely, I will do that. Okay. You can also reach me at 704-923-5994. But I'll drop all of that in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you. Feel free to ask any questions. That's what we're here for. What else did they talk about? Almost 80% of the region's growth is expected to happen in the flourishing counties of Mecklenburg, York, Union, and Iredell. Now, Iredell is Mooresville, right? And I know 5 builders right now in Mooresville that are building, and several builders have several communities in Mooresville, single family homes and townhouse homes. So who's I talking to? I went to Home Depot today, and I was talking to this gentleman that was helping me, and he was telling me that he has a home in Indian Land, South Carolina, right? And we talk about growth. Your Unity Land is actually Lancaster County, but talk about growth. And he was like, I can't believe it because he bought it 2 or 3 years ago, and he already has about just over $200,000 worth of equity. He said 225, and then me being me, it's more like 200, not 225. But
you couldn't let that man be great.
I mean, I want him to be realistic too. I want to make sure, like, I don't want him thinking like he reached out to me, he wants to sell, and the price is the price, right? I'm not like, the market is the market, right? You can put it on the market for anything you want to, right? But when the market comes back and he's getting offers for $25,000 less, I don't want to be the one. I don't want him finding out right then and there that it's not worth what he thinks it's worth, right?
Touché.
So, but he was amazed because only thing he did was live. Only thing he did was live. So he's thinking about, actually, he's wanting to sell. His wife is wanting to stay, but he wants to go buy in Puerto Rico. So when we talk about these charts and the influx of migration and people coming, pay attention to this, right? Get in now, or actually, best time to get in was yesterday, right? Or 5 years ago. But today is the best day, presently, to get in and take advantage of it. And you can ride that wave up. And the only thing you did was live and pay your mortgage.
I actually read an article, sir, that was talking about essentially the cost to wait in 2025.
Yeah.
So last year alone in Huntersville, which is a market I serve, it increased by 18.3%.
1 second. Let's not downplay it. You are the Huntersville expert, right? Like, Huntersville is on everybody's mind. When people are thinking about moving to the Charlotte area and everything, like, Huntersville is on the top of the list. And if you're interested in knowing about Huntersville, please reach out to Ronielle. She is your bestie, your homegirl, your real estate advisor, right? So I'm sorry, I had to cut you off because I'm not gonna let you downplay yourself. Right?
I appreciate that. I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But no, it last year alone it grew by 18.3%.
In Huntersville.
In Huntersville alone.
Now, let's put that in perspective, because the greater Charlotte area improved by what, 4-6% maybe?
Mm-hmm.
But we have that town just north of Charlotte, it's still in Mecklenburg County, grew by 18%.
Yes.
That's insane. Like, that's taking it back to COVID level increases, right? Because during COVID, it wasn't uncommon for home prices to increase 15 to 25%.
Yes.
Here we go. Yes, our bestie referral partner. You better educate the people.
Hi, Sesame.
Yes. Where are we at here? Let me see. Trying to go to the next article. And the next article is talking about, hold on, I want to take it to a private, give me 1 second. Take it to a private browser so you don't see the ads. You don't need to know that I'm searching for luxury shoes, right? So.
Because you need more of those. Oh, I'm sorry. We listen and we do not judge.
Thank you. All right, stop this one. No, stop that. Let's go here. Okay. I think I got it. So it talks about the city leaders heading to the mountains for a 2-day strategy session. Now, when we talk about planning and city planning for the city, they're getting away. And one of the main things they're going to talk about is reducing the crime rate further in the Charlotte region, which, as we pointed out last week, has come down almost 3 to 4%. Right? So that is significant. Let's listen to this. Actually, let's not. I didn't realize how long it was. But one of the main things they are going to talk about during this I say vacation, but strategy session was going to be the light rail. Here we go. Back in August, the council approved of $91 million to purchase the railway tracks going through like Huntersville and whatnot to go for the red line. And we want to be a major city here in Charlotte. In order to do so, in my opinion, we need proper public transportation. Now, I know, Raniel, you had your own thoughts on this. And what do you have to say about the transportation here in the Charlotte area?
I mean, again, no knock, but coming from Texas and from outside of Chicago, this is not traffic.
Now, Texas, with this, everybody that I talk to, like, they complain. They say traffic is awful. Rush hour in the morning, it takes like 40 minutes to get into work. Like, what's going on?
So, I mean, listen, I can imagine with the exponential growth that we've experienced, you know, it is a bit crazy. You know, you're going from 0 to 100. And 77, I will tell you, is a bit ghetto. I will not deny that.
Why it gotta be ghetto? All right.
It is. Okay. No matter what time of day you get on 77, it's ridiculous. But in comparison, for me, it took you 30 minutes to get anywhere in Texas. And here you're actually moving. Sometimes a little slower than you want to, but this is not traffic in comparison.
It's one of those things that I have to remind myself. Because I lived in LA, I lived in DC, right? And like that was traffic. Like to go anywhere in LA, going like 2 miles took 30 minutes sometimes, right? In DC, you don't even, it's gonna take 45 minutes no matter where you go, at least, right? Yeah. But when you're so used to this area and just zooming in and out of places, and this is where I'm guilty of it. And one of my business partners in the other room, she's guilty of it as well. If it takes me more than 10, 15 minutes now, I'm not going. I'm not going. Now, I totally understand. If I was in any other city, actually, when I'm on vacation, I just chalk it up. Like it's just par for the course. It's going to take that long. But here, I don't know. I have an ailment to being in my car more than 10 minutes, 15 minutes at most.
Because you've had the privilege of not needing to do that before. I will also say this. If you are relocating to North or South Carolina, get your mind together because no one is in a rush to get anywhere.
That is true. That is true. No one's in a rush. No one's in a rush. No. We got to be very specific. Not just not to get anywhere, but to really much do anything. Like customer service is going to be slow. Like everybody's just moseying along here. Yes. But that is why I say to people that are moving here from larger cities, if you have a hustle or I don't know, you move at a faster pace, you can get so much done and you're still slower than what like people come from New York, right? Like they are so used to things happening at a very quick pace that they've slowed down and still run laps around some people that are from the Charlotte region or from the Carolinas. So this is our girl. We leave on time. No need to rush.
Define on time, Shante.
Exactly. I was gonna call her out. I'm not gonna call her out right now. I am not gonna call her out because she can call me out too because sometimes I'm not on time. But so if you come to the area, actually I was just talking to a friend turned good friend, was a client, and she's coming from New York and she had her business up there and she came down here with she didn't have a clientele, like her business base, and she's flourishing and thriving. And she's only been here less than 2 years. So if you have that just go get it mentality, nothing's going to stop you. Because everybody here typically, not everybody, but people that are from here typically move at a slower pace.
Well, and I will say this, people are friendly, very welcoming from that perspective. And I know I said that there's not a hustle and bustle, but that's actually a good thing in some regards because it helps you maintain that balance of slow it down just a little bit.
No,
at least for me.
No, I agree. It's one of those things to where I was at my daughter's basketball game on Saturday, and I just know if I was in other locations in the country, people would have been like, I don't care what you got going on. I need this done like right now. Right. But everybody was like, you know what, just we're chilling. It's a Saturday, you take it easy, you get it to us when you can. Right. So just little things like that. And then I also had some people just do it for me, actually, because I was at the basketball game, and this one agent just took care of it. Again, you talk about people being nice and then being a little laid back and just like going with the flow. You will get that. And at times, if you're not used to it or you're not from here, you might think something is wrong. You might not know how to take it. Like, what does this person want from me? Like, what do they? No, it's just in their nature. So, and I found that even if people aren't from here, but they experience it, they end up adopting it as well.
It is contagious. I would agree. It is.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to see what else we have here. Talking about the housing. We talked about housing challenges with some people coming to the area. Housing will get tight. And one thing you can expect, I was at a builder. You all know I talked to a lot of builders. We had an event last week, and I talked to them and was like, hey, we need to have bigger homes. Like, clients that reach out to me want those 3,500 square foot, 4,000 square foot homes. And looked at me and was like, look, I understand. I like those homes too. That's what they told me. But we need to build as many homes as possible on the land to accommodate all the people, the influx of people. So they built 2 1,800 square foot homes as opposed to that one 45 or 4,200 square foot home, right? So don't expect a whole bunch of large new construction. You should come to expect you're going to be anywhere from, what would you say, 1,500 square feet to 27, maybe?
Yeah, on average.
On average, right there. Yeah. Now, you do have the outlier. There's a community here in Tega where you have 3,300, 3,400. You have some homes in York, South Carolina, with larger lots where you have 3,400, 3,700 square feet. But on average, tell us about the community you and Miss Cloud. How big were those homes?
So we were in a community called Amara Chase, and those homes are, it's about 54 homes, and the biggest one was about 3,800 square feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the builder, I don't want to say the builder's name. If you want more information, reach out to Ronyelle.
Yes.
Right. Reach out to Ronyelle. But
they are gorgeous.
They're gorgeous. I'm saying the finishes, the quality, and everything like that is top notch. So for 3,800 square feet, for that builder, what are we looking at? 9?
No, actually about 840.
840? Nope, they got you. It's gonna be around 9.
I mean, probably if you're adding some.
I was gonna say, like, if you add a doorknob right there with that builder.
No, it's between 844 and 866 for
present.
For
okay,
yes.
Right there. And those are the inventory homes right there, right?
So, oh gosh, I think it looks like they had about 10 that were up already. Before them are sold already.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
models
with that said,
will be ready at the end of February.
Shantae said, move to Huntersville and see larger lots available. Yes. And so we help people in every price point from, I want to say 200, but there's really not much in the 200 right now, if I'm being honest, unless you go 45, 50 minutes out, we can find it, but just know that that's going to be where you're at, right?
So we're talking.
Yes.
There is a builder, about 280.
For a single family or townhouse?
For no, it is townhouse. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's
I was gonna say like no. So for townhouses, you can get away with it a little bit.
Yes.
However, what you have to factor in with the townhouses is the HOA.
Yes.
So if the HOA is like $150, $200, hell, you might as well got approved for 300 because that's what it's going to end up being around, right? As far as it's going to be the same monthly payment. But if you want to do 350-ish, you can get a little closer, right? To the Charlotte area. If you're in Charlotte, we're looking at 450, 430 and above for single family homes. Now, townhouses, again, you can go as low as 280. But yeah, just want to give proper expectations when we talk about moving to the area. But we do help people have a listing coming available. I say me and my partner, has a listing coming available for 1.2, just under 1.2 in Denver, North Carolina. And we're going to list it. It's going to be coming soon, mid-February. It's going to be going live late February. We have some things we need to get tightened up with it. But yeah, so we service every price point, but we want to make sure that we understand exactly what your needs are, what you have proper expectations. And just because you can afford up here doesn't mean you need to be up there. If we can find everything that checks off your box at, less than what your pre-approval amount is, what they say you can afford, let's do that. And then excellent community, house is everything you need. Let's do that. We have New York and California remote workers have destroyed a lot of housing markets. Most definitely. Most definitely.
But a lot of companies are telling you it's time to come back into work.
With that said, I have a video coming out. Actually, I think it's already out, talking about Amazon workers, how they've been forced the 5-day work week, and they had a choice between 4 metros where they wanted to, like, if you got to go to the office, you had a choice of 4 metros, and a lot of them are choosing Charlotte, the Charlotte region, because it was one of the metros. So yes, it's not going to get any better. And these aren't just people from New York or California. You're talking about people in Tennessee. We're talking about people in Washington, in Oregon, to where, like, you know what? We can get more bang for our buck in the Charlotte region. And what you all may think is expensive, they still see as very affordable and reasonable. Danny says Maiden and Catawba has something in the high 2s for single family homes. Most definitely. Thank you. Thank you for that. Where are we at here? Let's talk about mortgage interest rates and just proper expectations regarding that right now. I just messed something up. Okay. So we can get right here. Rates right now. Well, before I saw that, I saw. What's going on, Virginia? How you doing? Just joined. Missed the first part of the stream, but interesting to see Charlotte projected to grow that much in the future. Yes. Yeah. Good news for us as we begin to dip our toe. Sorry, I can't read. In real estate investing. Most definitely. So that is the Charlotte growth is going to be a great thing for investors because, again, the people that come here, a lot of people, well, 40, 50% either aren't going to be ready to buy or aren't going to want to buy. And those people will still be competing if they want to live in a single family home, competing against a very limited inventory. Now, if you're in this area, you know that there's tons of apartments and I guess apartment condo communities or whatever popping up all around. All over. So you will be able to get a discount on rent if you want to live in one of those because they're plentiful. But single family home rent is only going up. So if you can, I tell people, even people that want to buy a new home and different things like that, if you can, hold on to it and hold on to it if you can and just buy another property and cash flow it and let that home that you're going to rent out just appreciate, gain more equity over time. And I get it. Every situation is a little different. You may need that money to buy this new home, and pulling it out in equity may not make sense, right? So every case is a case-by-case basis. But let's talk about interest rates right now. Interest rates are actually down just a little bit. 30-year fix. This is the national average. They're going off of what they're using for this score is a 680 credit score and 20% down. Right? So if you don't have a 680 credit score and not putting 20% down, your rates are going to be different than this. Just putting it out there. 30-year fixed, conventional is 7.07. 15-year, 6.48. You have the FHA, 30-year, 6.5. And then you have a VA, 30-year fixed, 6.51. Now, Danny, if you can, you said you just had a closing. I am going to guess that it was new construction. What was the interest rate your client got? If you're still there. Because I know I work with builders right now that are offering 3.99, 30-year fixed. You have some builders offering 4.5, 30-year fixed, or even 5% 30-year fixed, which is significantly different in your monthly payment than if you were going at 7.07.
So you're leaving out another key piece too, in addition to the interest rates, where some of the incentives are behind it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, some of the builders are giving $20,000 towards closing costs, or helping you buy down your rates, offering appliances and blinds, and when you start factoring in those costs.
So blinds for a house that's about, let's say, 22,000 square feet, we're talking $3,500 to $4,000, right? So if the builder's incorporating that in new construction, that's, I mean, you don't see it on the purchase price, right? You don't see it, but it's something that typically you're gonna need some window coverings, right? Most people are gonna have some kind of window coverings on their house.
Danny just said 4.99.
Perfect. So yeah, so new construction, 4.99. Again, what other incentives, if any, did they receive in closing costs or anything like that? And this was a fixed, yes. And I just put in, so that is Roniel's contact information. It did not format as I thought it would. It is also in the description below in this video. We have Vivian and Chris. Come on. I know your house is on the market. They are people from, these are the people you were talking about, Malcolm. People coming from New York, New Jersey, just messing up the housing market.
That's all right. Come on in. We are very
welcoming. I'm joking. This is my family. These are my clients. I love them. But no, they are retiring and moving down to this area. They deserve to be able to relax. So come on. Hey. So we have that. And then in the news, where are we at right here? I know I should have saved it. Here it is. Let's go here. Sharing this one. Existing home sales inch up to highest level since February. So now if you look at this graph, by no means is it what it was, existing home sales, what it was during COVID, but it has picked up. So what that's telling me is that there are more buyers coming to the market, right? And that's what is to be expected right now, because we're headed into, although it doesn't feel like it, although I do have shorts on today, we're heading into the spring market, and buyers are coming to buy. and they don't want to wait to the heat of the market where there's more competition and prices start going up. And we're seeing that play out right now. So if you're on the fence, if you know you're going to be buying or want to buy, word of caution, or just advice, not even caution, is start sooner or start later. If you do it right in the heart of spring, summer, there will be, granted, depending on where you're looking to buy, right? And if it's an existing home, there's going to be a lot more competition. But if you start now, within the next month or two, you won't have as much competition. Or if you start when the school year is about to begin, August, September, October, there won't be as much selection, but there won't be as much competition either. Just strategy for you.
And even considering moving in the winter when most people don't want to, you can potentially make out pretty good.
And talking about new construction right there, is you can get amazing deals. I tell people all the time during these colder months, like right now, they're still offering rates below 5% and giving $20,000 in closing costs and everything, because there's not as much competition. As this competition, as we go into the spring market and there's more competition, these builders are going to pull back on incentives. How do I know? Because I'm part of the emails and I'm in conversation with them literally every single day. Like what the plan is, they track foot traffic, they track how many inquiries, emails that go out as far as prospecting, people that are looking for homes. So you want to make sure that you stay ahead of the curve. And right here, highest purchase applications in a year, technically yes. So we see purchase applications, people applying for mortgages, is the highest it's been in a year. And that correlates correctly with, that's why you have more existing homes going under contract as well, because you have more people applying for mortgages right now. Let me see where I get there. So that's what we have regarding the influx of people in the Charlotte area, right? The plans for growth in the Charlotte area, where that growth is occurring, where it's happening. We have Mecklenburg County, we have Union County, we have York. We talked about Sherrills Ford. Danny mentioned some affordable places. Maiden, you have Gastonia or Gaston County. Shelby, Cleveland County, just further west of Gaston County, has some amazing deals. Talking about a 4-bedroom below 3. You can't beat it. And depending on, again, traffic, you're not going to be able to avoid it. It's just what your perspective is regarding traffic. Right?
Yeah, very much so.
Hold on, where we at? One I want to shout out. I know I've been talking to my man Danny on here. I didn't rub it in during the day or even last night. But how about those Chiefs? So me and my brother Danny, he was on the channel a couple weeks ago. We're both from upstate New York. I got out of my abusive relationship with the Buffalo Bills. It's abusive. It's abusive. They lost 4 straight Super Bowls as a kid. I couldn't do it anymore. Couldn't do it. So I left and became a Chiefs fan. Not recently. I've been a Chiefs fan for over 30 years. And the Bills, just they still hurt you. They still hurt you. So Danny and every other Bills fan, Jebby, if you're watching out there, George, my partner, my brother, come on over. Come on over to Chiefs Kingdom. We'll accept you.
So you don't want to be honest about the fact that there was, extra help on the field. You don't want to be honest about that.
What help? What are we talking about?
Okay. Someone wants us to talk about Laurel Brook community. Yes.
Where are we at here?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay. No extra help.
Definitely was. Yes. They were in black and white. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about Laurel Brook and Sherrills Ford. 3,000 square foot home, new construction to be built. Yep. It depends. So that community, actually, we mentioned that community a little bit earlier. That's a community that we're going out to this weekend. I say we, Lifestyle International Realty. A lot of us at the brokerage will be going out there for, it's not a grand opening, but a reintroduction to the community. And they have 4 different builders. So you did. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. I was on a high. So I couldn't reply. But this Laurelbrook community, 4 different builders, reach out to me. The 3,000 square foot home, I believe, it's either MI Homes or Eastwood, sorry, MI or Eastwood, and it depends on far along it is. From to be built, if they already have it permitted and everything, we're talking 4 to 5 months. If they don't have it permitted, we're talking 6 to 7 months. But if they've already started it, like if it's already in framing, we're talking 3 months, right? And then once drywall is up there, drywall and cabinets in, we're talking 45 days. So I'm not sure exactly which home we're talking about, but yeah.
So, sir, if you're talking about, I think, the 3,000 square foot, it looks like it's a Chestnut at Laurelbrook. I mean, by
D.R. Horton.
Yeah.
D.R. Horton. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, no, we can talk about it. Bobby Hubbard is the sales rep up there for D.R. Horton. Excellent gentleman. Reach out to me. I mean, anybody interested in those communities, we can definitely put you in contact with them and find out what the incentives are. Now, many people ask, or they wonder, why should we use a real estate agent when looking at new construction? Right? There's several reasons, but the main one I believe is being able to hold people accountable. Right? Being able to hold people accountable in the sense that when they deal with you, it's just a one-off deal. Right? They're like, oh, how many homes are you really going to buy from them? When they deal with us and deal with me, they know it's a healthy respect. I was going to say fear. Don't fear me, but it's a healthy respect that if they don't do right by this client, I may not bring anybody back ever again. Right? And I can say that because only because of you all, right? Only because of you all that are watching and tuning in. We are one of the biggest brokerages here in the Carolinas. So when we say something, there's a little bit more veracity, a little bit more weight behind it. And not that we steer our clients any other way, but we are obligated to tell our clients the truth. We're agents of them, right? Mm-hmm. So we have to let them know what's happening, good, bad, and different. And if they don't treat our clients well and did something messed up along the process, then yes, we have to educate, and we share these things in our team meetings, what's happening with the builders and what they're doing and different things like that. We have an obligation to let the public know, like our clients know. So that's one of the main reasons, I believe, to hold people accountable, to make sure they stay on their P's and Q's. Not that saying they won't, but we're dealing with humans, right? Things happen.
I
know you have something else.
No, I do. I mean, I like the way you said that, but I think ultimately for me, the biggest thing is the sales agent in that builder's office works for the builder.
Yep.
When you have an agent, we work for you.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go back and forth with the builder. We do that.
And nothing's come out of your pocket anyway. You're not getting a discount by not using a realtor, not using a professional. They're not lowering the price. So you're not getting any incentives for not being represented. Right? And look at this. I got this woman is literally right next door.
I'm with Terry.
Disrespect.
I'm with
disrespect.
Terry.
Like literally, she could probably hear me right now, and she's saying, "Let's go Eagles."
Listen, I'm with Terry.
I need y'all to appreciate greatness in real time. Like a three-peat in football. Never been done.
I don't want it.
Never been done.
I don't want it.
I can't wait to see Travis and Taylor like all over everywhere. Let's go Tay Tay. I can't wait to see Tay Tay and Travis. And like, this is what I'm waiting for, right? This is the perfect scenario. I know we're not talking about real estate right now. Patrick Mahomes, three-peat, go down as the greatest ever. No, he doesn't have 7 or whatever like Brady, but Brady hasn't never three-peated. After winning the third one, Travis is going to get on one knee and propose to Tay Tay. And then he's going to retire, go out on top in multiple ways. All right. And then people are going to acknowledge that Andy Reid, I have to thank the Eagles for letting go of Andy Reid so we can get him. So thank you for letting go of that amazing coach so we can get him. And he'll go down as the greatest coach ever. Right. So I'm very thankful. And one, I know I talk mess to the Bills. Without you all, we would not have Patrick Mahomes. So thank you for trading on draft day for him 8 years ago, allowing us to trade you so we can move up and take Patrick Mahomes. So thank you. It's almost like the curse of the Bambino. When the Red Sox traded Babe Ruth, they didn't win a championship they were cursed. And the Bills are cursed because they let go of Patrick Mahomes and let the Chiefs get him. And now they're being penalized every single year. So I appreciate it.
Are you going to sleep on that soapbox or not?
I can't wait. I was getting so much hate yesterday before the game, and I didn't say too much.
You're waiting for today?
I was, because I was getting hate in my own house. Both of my daughters are Bills fans. Those two lovely ladies back there, we're talking so much trash. So I can't wait until we win our 3rd Super Bowl in a row. And the oldest one right here, we have a bet that when they do, that she has to wear a Patrick Mahomes jersey every time the Chiefs play next year. And I can't wait to see her wearing that cute Patrick Mahomes jersey. It's going to be beautiful. So, yeah.
I'm sorry for all of the viewers in YouTube land that just had to go through that.
We have one more question talking about Troutman and Mooresville. Planning to move here in a couple months from LA. Louisiana or LA? I'm assuming Louisiana. So, but yeah, reach out to us. Troutman and Mooresville, tons of opportunity and new construction. And while, yes, there's excellent existing homes available, I'm a fan of taking advantage of what's being offered on the market right now. And new construction is giving you incentives, giving you closing costs, allowing you to get a below market interest rate and warranties. Just things that we just overlook. Like a lot of the builders, they don't offer the same one, but a lot of them offer a 1-year bumper to bumper, just about pretty much everything. And then a 2-year behind the walls, the electrical and plumbing. And then a 10-year structural. We're talking about the truss. We're talking about the foundation. So those are things that are often overlooked. And then you have the different mechanical stuff, the stove, the oven, the water heater, the condenser, the HVAC unit. If you register those with new construction, it goes from that 1 year to, depending on the builder, anywhere to a 5 to 10-year warranty on those things. So it just gives you some peace of mind. So I'm a big fan of new construction because of that. Now, yes, when you buy a home, we can get and offers right now, we're putting in and asking for warranties to where you can buy a warranty, and get some things covered, but nothing's going to beat, it's not going to be a 10-year warranty. It might be a 2-year warranty if you do an existing home, but it's just a win-win. The builder is MI. Heard anything about this builder? Yes. Reach out to me. Let's talk about it. I'll text you, or you can text me. MI is actually the builder we're going to go see this weekend, and I will have something filmed because I know I'll be there, but it'll be brief because my daughter has a basketball game at 2:00. So, but yeah, I'll have something filmed and be able to send to you regarding the building and everything over there in Laurel Brook. Any final words, Rayel? Other than let's go Chiefs?
That definitely would not be my final words. Not at all. No, listen, sir, I appreciate the platform. I appreciate the time to meet all of these amazing people. And listen, if you are relocating from anywhere, quite frankly, allow me to be your homegirl. If you have any questions, I'm definitely here.
Provide them with your number one more time. Now, it is in the description, but provide them with your number.
Yes, it is 704-923-5994.
Is that a Steelers logo back there?
100%. 100%. Yeah.
I knew you were a fan. I just didn't realize that. I don't know why I didn't notice that, but I didn't notice that. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
I'm sorry. I apologize that you're a Steelers fan, but
still got more rings than y'all. So keep talking. Carry on.
But no, I appreciate y'all rocking with us. Thank you. I know we've gone over a little bit and we took a little detour toward the end, but no, I definitely appreciate y'all. I really enjoy coming on here every single week, talking real estate, talking Charlotte, and just talking to you all and being able to bring some of our agents and introduce you to some of the amazing people that I get to work with on a day-to-day basis, because like people come to this YouTube page and whatnot. They see like builder reps talk to me and everything like that. But it's only because that I surround myself with amazing people that keep me focused, keep me grounded, keep me calls me out on my mess. My big sister Ranielle does it every single day, just about every time I talk to you. She definitely calls me out on my mess. So I definitely appreciate you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. My contact information is in the description below as well. And we're just here to serve. Anywhere in the Carolinas, reach out to us. Even if we don't serve that area, we can put you in contact with somebody that does. Until next week, we'll talk to you soon. And I will have a video coming out about RSUs. If you're not familiar with RSUs, this is for people that are coming from what I've been experiencing: California, Texas, the West Coast, restricted stock units to be able to buy a home. Not a lot of lenders in this area are familiar with dealing with RSUs because it's just not something that's common as far as how people are compensated in this area. Now it's changing with the influx of employees and type of workers coming to the area. And I want to be able to provide you a resource, a guide for that type of income. And so that video will be coming out later this week. It should be Wednesday. Be on the lookout for that one. That's all I have for you. Stay tuned. Stay with me, Ranielle. But okay. I'll rock with y'all later.
All right. Bye.